Born in Philadelphia, she learned to love the water at a young age. As a teenager, she began setting records in her signature backstroke sprints. In the 1940s, there were virtually no opportunities for women to participate in sports after high school. Doris Cant was one of the lucky ones. She swam for Temple University's undefeated 1941 and 1942 seasons and was a senior Middle Atlantic champion in backstroke events. After college, she married, had 4 children, and never got back in the pool, but kept in the swimming game through her husband, Dick Steadman, who served as assistant swim coach at Yale University under Bob Kipeth. Next, he was named head coach of Columbia University, and finally, Monmouth College. Doris was with him, helping every step of the way, and Dick couldn't have asked for a better partner or more knowledgeable assistant. Yet with all this swimming knowledge, Doris did not compete again until some 40 years after her Temple University days. It was husband Dick and daughter Nancy who got her back in the pool and involved with masters swimming. In 1983, Dick Steadman was asked to announce that year's United States Masters Nationals, which was going to be held in Fort Lauderdale, a favorite place of the Steadmans. Dick had been bringing his college swim teams to Fort Lauderdale for Christmas training for many, many years. The 1983 U.S. Masters Nationals would be Doris's introduction to the world of masters swimming. So at her very
room, I know water, particularly when it includes chlorine or salt, creates a very strong bond. I see people in this room who I never have met or I don't know very well, but I feel very connected and honored to see that at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony for my mom, Doris Steadman, I can remember how excited my mom and I were to get bathing caps signed by Natalie Coughlin. I can remember cheering for Craig Beardsley, a fellow New Jersey swimmer, when he set the world record in the 200 fly. I can remember watching Jane Katz do her synchronized swimming at the many water shows that my father put on. My mom and dad had Murray Rose, a famous Australian Olympian, and a swimmer coached by Ursula Carlisle, stay at our house. My mom and I watched Dara Torres swim at a Masters Nationals in Coral Springs. My water family of mermaids is also here in honor of my mom, and that includes my Mighty Mermaids, Tracy Grilly and Christy Serralo. It also includes Kate Sutherland, who is one of my dad's swimmers at Monmouth College, who my mother and I reconnected with at a Masters Swimming Nationals in Oregon. And then Kate continued to join us at Masters Nationals ever since. However, my brother, Rick Steadman, and I are the very lucky ones who shared blood and water with our mom, Doris Steadman. She gave us the gift of life and also gave us the gift of swimming and the love of all water activities. My mom's first Masters meet, as you heard, at age 57 was right here at the Hall of Fame pool at the Masters Nationals in 1980. Our family had been coming to Florida in Fort Lauderdale at the Hall of Fame every Christmas for as long as we were little kids. And we were fortunate to get to know Megan Keller and Stu Marvin, and of course the great Buck Dawson. When the Masters Nationals were scheduled to be here, and my dad was asked to announce, my mom began her journey into Masters swimming. She became a superstar. She was a motivating factor for me. Her birthday was this month, and she would be 98. And if she were here, she would be overwhelmed and so excited to be inducted into the Masters International Hall of Fame. In fact, she would still be swimming, and she would be so happy to be inducted, she would want to jump in the Hall of Fame pool right now and challenge Natalie Coughlin to a race. Since my mom isn't here, I'd like all of you to raise your water glasses, not your drink glasses, your water glasses. And I want you to think of your moms, who I'm sure were a big part of your swimming. And we can do a toast to all the mothers in the room and all the mothers who are not here. So a toast to all the moms. And a special toast to you, Doris Steadman, for your induction into the Masters Swimming International Hall of Fame. Thank you.
Presenting the mantle is 1984 three-time Olympic gold medalist, advocate for access and equality in athletics, legal expert on sports issues and gender equality, Nancy Hogshead.